Heartland fans, brace yourselves, because everything is about to change. The peaceful rhythm of life at Heartland is about to be rocked by a twist no one saw coming. Amy Fleming, the soul of the series, the woman who's carried heartbreak and healing with quiet strength, is now facing a revelation that will redefine everything. She's pregnant. But this isn't just any pregnancy. It's a surprise that stirs up echoes of Ty's memory and raises questions about the future she's building with Nathan. As the past and present collide, emotions run high, and one question rises above the rest. Who truly holds Amy's heart? And more importantly, who will walk with her into this brand new chapter? Stay tuned, because this could be the most emotional season yet, and it's only just beginning. What's coming next won't just redefine Amy Fleming's story, it will reshape the very essence of what Heartland stands for: love, family, and the courage to begin again. This isn't just another chapter, it's a turning point that shakes the foundation of everything we thought we knew. A surprise pregnancy sends shockwaves through Amy's world, raising the question that has every fan on edge. Who is the father? Is it Ty, her soulmate, her first and only true love, whose spirit still lingers in every corner of the ranch? Or is it Nathan, the steady, compassionate man who helped her find light in the darkest of times and who just might be ready to build a future with her? For years, Amy has been the rock, the glue, the heart of Heartland, carrying others even while quietly nursing her own wounds. But now she must pause and look inward, confronting emotions she thought she had buried and choices she never expected to face. Her past with Ty, her evolving bond with Nathan, her hopes for Lindy, and the new life growing inside her, all collide in one life-altering moment. Will this unexpected pregnancy be the key to her full healing? Or will it pull back the curtain on unresolved pain, forcing Amy to make the hardest decisions of her life? And this isn't just Amy's journey. Jack with his weathered wisdom, Lisa with her unshakable grace, Lou, Tim, Georgie, and even little Lindy are all drawn into the ripple effect of this revelation. The ranch, once a place of comfort and tradition, becomes the backdrop for one of the most emotional seasons the show has ever delivered. This is the story of second chances, hidden truths, and the power of family to weather even the most unexpected storms. Get ready, because Heartland is about to take us on a journey that will touch the deepest parts of our hearts and leave us forever changed. One thing's for certain, Heartland will never be the same again. Amy's relationship with Ty has always been profoundly complex, marked by love, loss, and the lingering ache of his untimely passing. Ty wasn't just her spouse. He was her anchor, her confidant, and the father of her daughter, Lindy. Amy's heart has never fully healed from that loss. Moving on has been anything but easy. Then there's Nathan, a quiet, steady presence who has slowly but surely stepped into Amy's life, not to replace what was lost, but to offer something new. Unlike the shadow of Ty, Nathan doesn't come with memories that haunt or promises that can no longer be fulfilled. He brings something else entirely, a chance to start over, a chance at healing, a kind of love that doesn't erase the past but gently walks beside it. His unwavering support, his calm understanding, and his quiet affection have helped Amy confront her grief. And in the process, their bond has grown stronger, real, grounded, deeply felt. But with the shocking news of Amy's pregnancy, that delicate balance begins to unravel. Suddenly, nothing is simple. Is the child Ty's a final connection to a love that once defined her entire world? Or is it Nathan's, the beginning of a new story filled with possibility and hope? The question alone sends Amy spiraling. Into a storm of emotion, Amy's heart, still tethered to the memory of Ty, is now being pulled in a new direction by Nathan's steady presence. She finds herself trapped between two powerful forces, the past that built her and the future that beckons her. Ty represents the eternal and irreplaceable love that shaped her soul. Nathan offers the unknown, a quiet promise of healing, stability, and maybe even happiness. But this pregnancy makes everything complicated. It's not just about the child, it's about identity. It's about love. It's about the life Amy wants to live moving forward. As Amy tries to process this life-changing news, the emotional weight is crushing. This baby will forever link her to one of these men. And with that connection comes responsibility, consequence, and emotional reckoning. Motherhood isn't new to Amy, but the circumstances surrounding this pregnancy feel like unfamiliar territory. She's no longer the same woman she was when she had Lindy. She's stronger, more guarded, yet more vulnerable than ever. The fear of making the wrong choice, of hurting someone she loves, of tearing apart what little stability she's regained, looms over her like a storm cloud. And the truth? She knows she can't keep it hidden for long. Sooner or later, she'll have to face both Ty's memory and Nathan's expectations. Will Nathan be the man to stand by her side through this storm? Or will this revelation push him away? Will Ty's lingering presence continue to hold sway over her heart, even from beyond? Every interaction is now charged with meaning. Every silence is filled with questions. Every glance, every word, every decision feels monumental. And as the story unfolds, one thing becomes painfully clear. Heartland will never be the same. Amy's pregnancy doesn't just change her life, it reshapes the emotional landscape of the entire ranch. Her journey forward is uncertain, her heart divided, and her future hanging in the balance. Fans will be drawn into every moment, every tear, and every heartfelt choice because this is no longer just about the past or the future. It's about the battle within Amy herself and the legacy she's about to create. Can she hold on to the life she's built at Heartland? Or will this pregnancy lead her down a path she never imagined? And most importantly, who will stand by her side through this emotional journey? Will it be Ty, Nathan, or perhaps both? As the story unfolds, the stakes rise higher, and the emotional toll on Amy continues to grow. She must navigate the complexities of love, loss, and her future, all while carrying the weight of a new life inside her. The question of paternity may seem paramount, but Amy's true challenge is understanding what this pregnancy means for her heart and her future. The most pressing question of Heartland Season 19 looms large. Who is the father of Amy's child? This isn't just about uncovering paternity. It's about the emotional stakes, the relationships, and the choices Amy will be forced to make in the coming episodes. With Ty and Nathan as the possible fathers, the answer carries more weight than anyone can imagine. The news has profound implications for Amy's journey. Ty Borden wasn't just Amy's first love. He was her anchor, her protector, and her partner through every storm life threw their way. From their teenage years to adulthood, Ty and Amy's bond was forged through adversity, resilience, and unwavering devotion. Together, they healed broken horses, built a family, and turned Heartland into a place of love and second chances. Ty wasn't just her husband. He was her safe place, the father of her daughter Lindy, and the man who helped her believe in forever. But forever didn't last. Ty's untimely death shattered everything. It left an aching silence in Amy's world, one that not even time has been able to. Fully healing the grief that followed was all-consuming, a storm that threatened to drown her. Yet through that pain, Amy found strength. She carried on, for Lindy, for the family, and in honor of the love she lost. But now, with the shocking possibility that she's pregnant with Ty's child, Amy is once again pulled into the haunting what-ifs of a life that slipped through her fingers. If the baby is Ty's, it's more than just a child. It's a final piece of him, a living thread connecting the past to the present. It's the continuation of a love story that death tried to end. But for Amy, it's also a heartbreaking reminder of everything they were supposed to have. Growing old together, raising their children side by side, building a future that never came to be. This pregnancy could be a miracle, or a trigger that reopens wounds she's fought so hard to close. And in the middle of this emotional whirlwind stands Nathan. Nathan arrived not to fill the void Ty left, but to stand beside Amy as she quietly tried to rebuild. He offered no grand gestures, no expectations, just presence, steady, gentle, real. His love doesn't erase Ty's memory, it respects it. And in that, he's given Amy something she never thought she'd feel again, the hope of a new beginning. With Nathan, the future feels open, untethered from tragedy. He symbolizes healing, possibility, and a different kind of love. one born not from passion and pain, but from peace and patience. If the baby is Nathan's, it would mark a turning point, a chance for Amy to step fully into the light after years of living in Ty's shadow. But letting go of the past isn't easy when your heart is still stitched to the memory of the man you lost. And as her feelings for Nathan deepen, so too does her fear of betraying Ty's memory. Can she truly embrace a new chapter if part of her still belongs to the one before? This pregnancy isn't just about who the father is. It's about Amy standing at a crossroads of identity and emotion. Ty and Nathan represent two very different paths, one steeped in love and loss, the other in healing and hope. Choosing between them, emotionally, spiritually, and practically, means choosing the version of herself she wants to become. And the ripple effects don't stop with Amy. Ty's family, especially his mother, Lily, has remained deeply woven into Amy's life since Ty's passing. Lily has become a quiet source of strength, a grandmother to Lindy, a friend to Amy, and a grieving mother who still carries her son in every breath. The news of Amy's pregnancy will strike Lily at the core. If the baby is Ty's, Lily may feel a surge of joy, unlike anything since his death, a precious, unexpected gift from the son she lost too soon. But that joy will be tempered with grief, a piercing reminder of the life Ty should have lived, the milestones he should have shared. For Lily, this child could be both a miracle and a heartbreak. But if the baby is Nathan's, it may test the strength of that bond. Will Lily feel replaced, left behind? Or will she rise once again with the grace to support Amy in forging a new life, even if it means letting go of the last living connection to her son's future? One thing is certain, this pregnancy changes everything. It forces Amy to confront her deepest fears, her most painful memories, and the future she never dared to imagine. It challenges every relationship she holds dear and every truth she thought she knew about herself. And as the story unfolds, fans will be pulled deeper into the emotional heart of Heartland, a place where love never dies, but healing sometimes comes in the most unexpected of ways. However, if the baby is Nathan's, it might cause tension. While she respects Nathan, the idea of Amy moving on with another man, it may be hard for her to accept. The identity of the father is more than just a plot point. It's a reflection of Amy's heart in her journey from the past to the future. As this revelation unfolds, it will shape the direction of Amy's life and the lives of those around her. Whether the father is Ty or Nathan, Amy's pregnancy will irrevocably alter the dynamics of Heartland. Lily may struggle to accept that Amy is starting a new life with Nathan, while Ty's memory still looms large. This could create tension as both women navigate the complexities of Amy's evolving reality. Tim, Ty's father, adds another layer to the emotional equation. His relationship with Amy has been complex, especially early on. He never fully understood the bond between Amy and Ty, and their interactions were often fraught with tension. Over time, however, Tim has come to accept Amy as family and has even become close to Lindy, embracing his role as a grandfather. Tim's reaction to the pregnancy will be telling. If the baby is Ty's, Tim might feel a bittersweet sense of joy, a reminder of his son, bringing some comfort amidst the loss. Grief, however, could also bring painful memories of Ty's death back to the surface. If the baby is Nathan's, Tim may struggle with the idea of Amy moving on so completely. Having witnessed the depth of her grief after Ty's death, the thought of her having a child with Nathan might be hard for him to accept. He could see it as a betrayal or feel conflicted, torn between honoring Ty's memory and accepting Amy's new reality. This internal conflict could add significant emotional complexity to the story. For Lindy, the news of her mother's pregnancy will be a big adjustment. Having only known Ty and Amy as her parents, the idea of a new sibling, especially with an uncertain father, will likely create confusion. If the baby is Ty's, Lindy might feel a connection to her late father, but also face the changing dynamics of her family. If the baby is Nathan's, Lindy might struggle to understand why her mother is moving on, particularly if she hasn't fully processed Ty's death. Amy will have to help Lindy navigate these emotions with love, honesty, and care. Emotions will run high, making it a challenging task. The reactions from Ty's family will heavily influence how Amy approaches her pregnancy. As the story unfolds, we'll see how these family dynamics evolve and how Amy's struggle between the past and the future plays out. Will Ty's family support her as she embraces this new chapter, Or will their own grief and struggles overshadow that support? Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain. This pregnancy is a turning point that will force everyone to confront their emotions, relationships, and the legacy of Ty Borden. Amy's journey through this unexpected pregnancy is about far more than the identity of the father. It's about her inner struggle and growth as a woman who has already endured immense pain from the loss of her husband. The news of the pregnancy shakes her to her core. It's not just about preparing for a new baby. It's about reconciling with the ghosts of her past, her grief, and her hopes for the future. Amy's internal turmoil will be one of the central emotional arcs of this season, shaping not only her future, but also the futures of those around her. As she navigates this emotional journey, viewers will see her confront her grief, guilt, and the possibility of new happiness, making decisions that will define her path forward. Amy's pregnancy brings both emotional and physical challenges, requiring her to move through this transformative time carefully. Her feelings toward Nathan are complicated by the uncertainty surrounding the pregnancy. If the child is Nathan's, there's an opportunity to move forward as a family. However, Amy fears what that might mean for her emotional connection to Ty. Her ongoing grief creates an internal conflict. The idea of having a child with Nathan forces her to reconcile her loyalty to Ty with her new relationship. While she deeply cares for Nathan and values their bond, part of her questions whether she's truly ready to start a new family with him. Having spent so much time mourning Ty's loss, this pregnancy tests her readiness to let go of the past. For Amy, the pregnancy becomes a test of her heart. Does she have room in it for Nathan in this new chapter? Or will her memories of Ty overshadow her potential for happiness with someone else? Nathan, too, is likely to experience moments of doubt and confusion. While the thought of becoming a father might bring him joy, he may also wonder if Amy is fully ready for this level of commitment. Nathan knows that Amy's heart remains deeply tied to Ty, and he might feel insecure about the place he holds in her life. Does Amy see him as her partner, or merely as someone helping her cope with Ty's absence? The delicate dynamic between Amy and Nathan is put to the test, forcing both of them to ask difficult questions about their future. Do they want the same things? Are they emotionally prepared to face the challenges ahead? A central question for viewers is whether Amy will remain at Heartland or leave as she confronts the realities of motherhood and the uncertainty surrounding the child's paternity. Amy might begin to reconsider her life on the ranch. The emotional weight of the pregnancy, combined with the complexities of her relationships, could lead her to question whether Heartland can continue to be her home. The decision to stay or leave isn't an easy one, especially since so much of Amy's identity is tied to the ranch and her loved ones. However, this pregnancy may push her to make choices that align with her emotional growth and aspirations for the future. Amy's journey could hinge on how she manages the new responsibilities that come with motherhood. Raising a child under such complicated circumstances may force her to rethink her priorities. Will she continue to run Heartland, or will her role evolve as she takes on the responsibilities of being a mother again? Amy's pregnancy isn't just a turning point for her, it also speaks to the future of Heartland and the legacy she wants to leave behind. As a mother to Lindy and potentially another child, Amy may feel a renewed sense of urgency to secure the ranch's future for the next generation. She could be motivated to create a legacy that not only honors Ty, but also reflects her own growth and the values she holds dear. This pregnancy will deeply affect Lindy as well. The mother-daughter bond has always been central to the story, and now Lindy faces the challenge of adjusting to the idea of a new sibling. How will this change affect her relationship with Amy and the rest of the family? Lindy, who has already experienced the pain of losing her father, might feel both excitement and confusion about the prospect of a new addition to the family. As they navigate this transition, Lindy's development will parallel Amy's own journey toward embracing the future. The ripple effect of Amy's pregnancy will extend beyond her immediate family to the larger Heartland community. The ranch has always been more than just a home. It's a place where relationships are formed and lives intertwined. Jack, Lisa, Ty's parents, and the rest of the Heartland family will all be impacted by this new chapter in Amy's life. Jack, as a grandfather, will find his role tested in new ways. He may have concerns about the future of Heartland and whether Amy is prepared to carry on Ty's legacy. Meanwhile, Lisa, who has always been a pillar of support, may struggle with the arrival of a new baby while still processing the loss of Ty. Each character's response to the pregnancy will vary, but all will be shaped by the profound changes it brings to Amy's life. On a larger scale, this pregnancy introduces new opportunities for storytelling within the Heartland universe. The arrival of a baby could bring fresh dynamics, whether through the challenges of running a family-operated ranch will continue to evolve, and Amy, along with the entire Heartland family, will need to adapt to this next chapter in their lives. While the pregnancy is a deeply personal journey for Amy, it also marks a pivotal moment for the show's legacy. For longtime viewers, it's a reminder that Heartland is not only about family, love, and healing, but also about life's inevitable changes. Amy's pregnancy will serve as a catalyst for personal growth and transformation, not just for her, but for everyone in her orbit. It sets the stage for a new chapter in the Heartland story, one filled with joy, challenges, and a renewed sense of family. As the season progresses, Amy's pregnancy will undoubtedly redefine her relationships, challenge her emotional resilience, and shape the future of Heartland. For fans who have followed her journey through love, loss, and growth, this new chapter represents both an ending and a beginning, a chance to honor the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. The choices Amy makes will not only determine her own path, but will also influence the lives of everyone around her, from her daughter Lindy to Nathan, Jack, and the rest of the Heartland family. Through joy and heartbreak, viewers will witness the strength and love that have always been at the heart of this story, proving once again that life's greatest challenges often lead to its most profound rewards. As this transformative chapter unfolds, Heartland reminds us that family is not just where we come from, but also where we grow. Whether Amy stays on the ranch or ventures into uncharted territory, one thing is certain: the legacy of Heartland will continue to thrive, rooted in love, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds that hold us together. As Amy stood on the porch of Heartland, the golden hues of the setting sun casting a warm glow over the ranch, she felt a deep peace. The journey to this moment had been anything but easy, filled with grief, uncertainty, and emotional battles. But through it all, she had discovered strength she never knew she had. With Lindy by her side, holding her hand tightly, and Nathan standing just a few steps behind, Amy realized that her heart had room for both the memories of her past and the hopes for her future. Ty's love would always be a part of her, a foundation upon which she had built her life. But now she was ready to embrace a new chapter, one filled with love, family, and the promise of new beginnings. As the wind whispered through the trees and the horses grazed peacefully in the distance, Amy stood quietly, her gaze stretched across the land she had always called home. This place, rich with memories, laughter, and love, had witnessed her greatest joys and deepest sorrows, and now it would witness something new, a future she never expected, yet was slowly learning to embrace. No matter what challenges awaited, Amy knew one thing for certain: she wasn't alone. Surrounded by the people who had carried her through the darkest of times and grounded by the soil that had always nurtured her spirit, she was ready. With one hand gently resting on her growing belly and the other holding the legacy of those who came before her, she smiled, knowing that even in uncertainty, there is strength and there is hope. Because Heartland has never just been a ranch. It's been a symbol of resilience, healing, and the unbreakable bonds that hold a family together through it all. And now, more than ever, that spirit lives on in Amy and in the story that's still being written. To each of you watching, thank you for joining this journey. Your love, support, and connection to Heartland is what keeps this story alive. You are part of this legacy, so stay with us, because the most powerful chapters are still to come. Until next time, take care of your heart, hold your family close, and never stop believing in second chances.